Comparison is almost like second nature for all of us. Have you ever found yourself comparing yourself to somebody that you're seeing on the socials, or maybe looking at someone succeed at work and you compare yourself and wonder what's going on with your life? Let's talk about comparison and breaking free from its chains. Hi there, my name is Sophie Sitole, your life coach, business coach, motivational speaker, and a mentor for the youth and young adults. In today's video, I thought we should talk about something that almost seems like a stigma. We find ourselves in most cases wanting to compare ourselves with the next person and wonder in most cases, why is it that they're succeeding and it seems like we're not? Why is it that they're going on with their lives and everything is all good and golden, but we are somehow stuck and nothing is happening on our side? So in today's video, I'm gonna teach you how to actually move from comparison and start looking at your journey, because your journey is definitely unique compared to the next person. So the best thing that you can do is move away from comparison, break free from its chain, and then move and focus on your life and only your life. With that said, I'm gonna ask you to go in the comment field and tell me, what is the one thing that you think you can discover about yourself if you stop comparing yourself to the next person? Let's get down to it. In most cases, we find ourselves actually looking deeply in people's lives so much that we forget about ourselves. So in today's video, I'm gonna ask you to please look at comparison from a different angle for a change. For instance, what you can do is that you can start moving from comparing yourself to someone and actually checking how you can conquer your own life without looking at the next person in a sense of comparison. How can you do that? I'm going to tell you right now. So the first thing that you can do is, instead of wanting to compare yourself, the best thing that you can do is rather start questioning how is the next person doing it in their life. Just be curious instead of wanting to compare. Ask yourself, how did they overcome all the challenges that they had in their lives? Because definitely, like me and you, everyone's got challenges, including those that we feel are more successful and they've managed to get through in life. So ask yourself, if you can, ask them to say, how did you do it? How did you overcome your challenges? How did you manage to stay focused so much that you're actually succeeding in life? If you start doing that, you're gonna learn from them and go back and check, where did you stumble so much that you feel like maybe you wanna give up instead of trying all over again. So once you've done that, check with them or maybe listen to their stories, because most successful people don't mind sharing their stories. So if you listen to their stories and check how did they go about it, you can learn a thing or two from them and then try and see if it's something that you can implement in your life so that you can also succeed, because I also want you to succeed. I want myself to succeed. So the best thing is for us to help each other so that we can move on with life. Furthermore, the other thing that you can do for yourself is, instead of comparing yourself with someone, rather create your own highlight reels. How do you do that? Instead of looking at the next person while they're creating their reels, how they succeeded and all that, start doing your own reels. Check all the successful stories that you have of your own. Record them. You can either record them on your phone or maybe journal them, my favorite, write them down, and then later on, when you feel like you're stumbling or you feel like you're stuck, you go back and check all your successes, and they will definitely motivate you to say from now on you can go further, because you are now seeing where you have succeeded, and that will only remind you that you can actually do it again because you have done it before. Or even maybe record all your successes with your voice note or something, and then you know you've got them filed somewhere. Whenever you feel like you need a little bit of motivation, you can go back to them, listen to them again, and they will definitely remind you that you have done it before, and definitely you can do it again this time. Furthermore, the other thing that you can do is you can be patient with yourself. So once you have highlighted everything that you have succeeded in, you can now be able to tell yourself that actually, because you've done it before, this time you can just maybe practice a little bit of patience to say, since you know that you've done it before and you can also do it this time, maybe you just needed a little bit of patience so that you can be able to enjoy in your journey and see to it that you are definitely going to succeed. The other thing that you can do is to celebrate on your own all your successes. Yes, I mean, solar celebrations are very nice and fulfilling. I do it a lot, and I can attest to you that they are definitely fulfilling, and then you're able to can see all your highlights on your own. So you can just do the one thing that you like the most. It's either just going for a walk or going for ice cream on your own, or even doing that dance that you like so much, whether you can do it or not, but you can just do that dance that you like so much alone in your living room, and you definitely gonna feel good, because I know that for a fact. So once you're able to can do that, you are able to can highlight and see that you can celebrate all your successes on your own without having to include the crowd or include people so that they can see all the little, because at that time you'll be feeling like it's just little successes. So whether little or not, you need to celebrate them on your own. That will definitely help you a lot, because you are gonna be reminding yourself that you are now focusing solely on your journey and not someone else. Remember, again, your journey is unique, so you cannot be comparing yourself to someone else, because definitely what you have to do in life and what they have to do is completely different things. So there is no way that we have to be comparing ourselves to the next person. The other thing that you can do is that you can just make sure that when you're celebrating your wins on your own, also make sure that you highlight them all the time, because that is definitely important for your journey. And once you get to those, you will be able to can move little by little from comparing yourself to people and actually focusing on your journey the whole time, because at the end of the day, you are the number one person for you and not the next person. So the more you practice all of those, focusing on you and not comparing you to the next person, the more you're gonna be able to achieve everything else that you are planning to achieve on your own. Furthermore, the other thing that you can do, of which I feel is the most important thing of them, you need to declutter yourself from everything negative, mentally and physically so. Because the other thing that pushes us to want to compare ourselves, it's all the negative things around us that are affecting us mentally and physically. For example, you know most that social account that you have, the one that's demotivating you a lot, the one that's not uplifting you, I think you need to go and get rid of it, because that's the other thing that's forcing you to compare yourself, because you're looking at all the highlights of other people's lives on that social platform, and then you wanting to compare yourself with them. So the best thing that you can do is get rid of that social account and focus on yourself. The other thing that you can do is make sure that you get rid of all the old goals that you feel that now are irrelevant, you don't need them in your life anymore. You can also go and get rid of them. That will help you a lot, and that's gonna help you get motivated. The next best important thing again is to make sure that you practice enoughness affirmation. Yes, enoughness affirmation is to always make sure that you affirm yourself. And that reminds me of a video that I did of self-affirmation. If you missed it, I'm gonna drop you the link on the description box. So if you practice enoughness affirmation, it's just to make sure that you always remind yourself how enough you are, how best you are, how unique you are on your own journey, instead of wanting to compare yourself to say, I'm feeling stuck, whereas so and so is busy progressing with their lives. So always make sure that on a daily basis, until you get to the point that you now believe what you're saying and you're confident with all the affirmations that you've been telling yourself. With that said, I'm just gonna ask you to please make sure that you try by all means not to compare yourself, and every time that you feel like you want to compare yourself, rather come back to this video and it's gonna remind you how you can be able to focus solely on your journey and not look at other people's journeys. Because remember, all our journeys are definitely different, and there is no way that we can have the same journey as unique as we are. With that said, please remember to like, subscribe, and share the video. Remember again, you can shine brighter and out.